Hi, I'm Stephen Shiflett, and I'm going to be talking about the communication theory known as public memory, what it is, and how it affects our lives and culture in general. Public memory refers to the ongoing choices made when a nation or large group of people remember a particular part of its history and highlights that part of history within a space available for everyone to experience in a social, cultural, and political context. A very well-known public memory I will be discussing is the events that occurred on September 11, 2001, when terrorists attacked the World Trade Center in Manhattan and the Pentagon. 9/11 is probably one of the best examples of a public tragedy that we could use to study public memory. Public memory is very important in recognizing what we have been through together as a collective people, but it also has a drastic negative effect on how we treat other people and events. The events that occurred on 9/11 forever altered America's view as what a terrorist is supposed to look like. The terrorist group known as Al-Qaeda was the group that attacked the United States with a series of 4 coordinated strikes. This devastation scarred the nation as a whole and made future and past generations believe that a terrorist meant you were a brown or colored person from another part of the world. This extreme flaw halted a lot of progress against racism at the time. And while it brought people together in grief, it also pitted us against one another, and the United States as a whole lost a lot of trust in its people and in the world. Fast forward to 2019, present day, the biggest challenge we are facing is keeping kids safe in schools, as there are more mass shootings every single year. The irony about these shootings is that almost all of them are committed by white males, not brown or colored people from another part of the world. Here's a look into what happened on that fateful day in 2001.
Around 8:45 a.m., a chilled morning in New York City, partly cloudy. In Boston, American Airlines Flight 11, bound for Los Angeles, has been hijacked. Then a news bulletin. An airplane flying due south has crashed into the upper level of the North Tower of the World Trade Centers, 9:03 a.m. A surreal event unlike anything in the history of the broadcast media. Countless viewers are watching live when suddenly an airplane is seen flying in an easterly direction. The plane swings around the southern end of the Second World Trade Tower and explodes on impact. 9:30 a.m. President Bush at an elementary school in Sarasota, Florida, goes on television live to announce the disaster.
Terrorism against our nation will not stand.
But even the president doesn't know just what is coming next. At 9:35 a.m., a third hijacked plane crashes into the Pentagon. There is no question now that the United States is under attack by terrorists. In Washington, the Pentagon, the Capitol, and the White House, as well as other government buildings, are evacuated. And Manhattan Island, incredibly, is sealed off. All bridges and tunnels are closed. And then, 9:59 a.m., a scene that will change New York for all time. The South Tower of the World Trade Center collapses. And just a half hour later, at 10:28, the North Tower goes down as well. New York's Twin Towers have disappeared. It has been less than 2 hours since the first attack in New York City. An unimaginable number of people are dead and injured. The southern end of New York City's famous skyline has vanished. Nothing will ever be the same again. In a street-side news conference near the terrible devastation of the World Trade Centers, New York City Mayor Rudolph Giuliani said, "I have a sense it's a horrendous number of lives lost. I don't know yet."
As we can never forget the lives lost on that day, we also can never forget what else we lost and how it is still affecting us almost 2 decades later. This could be known as America's largest setback, but it also gave us a reason to increase security and make sure something like this never happens again. Thank you.